What's going on, everybody? It's Professor Gnome, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Lapras EX event. It's a brand new event out to Pokemon Pocket, and I thought it'd be really fun to kind of do like a general discussion over Pokemon Pocket as we go over this, since I don't really know what to expect. I haven't looked at this. It kind of only released for me about an hour ago. So we can see right here in the solo battles, it's Lapras EX drop event. And so I kind of prepared a deck for this already, and I thought it'd be fun. We'll just kind of clear through the challenges, do a general discussion, and I'll kind of give some tips as well as some tricks on how to beat the Lapras event as we go. One of the first things, the easiest way to do this, if you have the cards already, this is a bare bones electric deck that I'm going to be using to beat almost all of the challenges going forward. Most of the challenges are to use a deck with very low rarity cards, so like no EXs, no anything like that, and so I'll be doing that the easiest way possible by just hitting for weakness. We can use something like Electabuzz, where you use the Thunder Punch, you're doing 40 damage, and then if you flip heads, you're doing 40 more, so you're already doing 80. Then most of the time you're going to be hitting for weakness, you're going to be doing 100 damage, one-shotting most things pretty easily. We also have a Magneton in the back. I would prefer to have Jolteon in this deck over the Electrode. Unfortunately, I just don't own any of the Jolteon, and I only own one Magneton, so I'm only going to have one in my deck, but I'd prefer to have more. So that way we can power it up and then use the Lieutenant Surge to move all the electric energy over onto our Electrode in the late game, our Electabuzz, or whatever else we need. But yeah, this is a pretty bare bones deck just to kind of complete these challenges and get things done. Obviously, what we'll do in later games when things get a little bit harder and we've already completed this challenge and we just kind of need to win without our opponent taking points or anything like that, then we'll switch over to a Pikachu EX style deck. But for right now, this will definitely be good enough to kind of get us through what we need to get through. But yeah, so if we click on this and we go into it, obviously want to change out our decks. We'll go to the electric deck that we have here, and then we'll just kind of look. We see the first time rewards are some pack hourglasses, some shops, and things like that. Our chance rewards is a pack. I think it's 50-50 odds on this first battle if we get one or not. We can see that the general challenges, we only have so much stamina, so we want to make sure that we're getting done all of these as quickly as possible. So we want to knock out our opponent's active Pokemon one time with an attack from a lightning Pokemon. We'll be able to do that. And we want to put 3 basics into play, so we'll be able to do all of that as well pretty easily. But before we get started, I want to just go over a couple things very quickly. One, I want to give a shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel and all that kind of stuff. And that additional level of support does mean a lot, and it goes a long way. So thank you very much for that. I really do appreciate it. As for other things on the channel, thank you everybody who doesn't typically watch my content, but has kind of jumped on board because of the Pokemon Pocket TCG stuff. It's been pretty cool. Thank you guys so much for that. I hope you stick around and enjoy the other content as well. And then for my regular, subscribers and viewers who aren't really that interested in like the Pocket content, sorry, I just had to like hiccup there. The main thing is that, like, obviously we will still be doing plenty of Pokemon TCG content. I actually wanted to do a regular Pokemon TCG video today. Unfortunately, at the time of recording, the servers are down for maintenance, so I can't. So I'm going to be doing this, and then so this video should come out, I think, Wednesday, and then Thursday the regular TCG video should come out. My plan is to do like 1 or 2 Pocket videos a week and have the rest of all the videos be regular TCG content. So, don't worry, don't go anywhere. It's not leaving. Obviously, the traditional Pokemon TCG is always going to be like my #1 thing. But yeah, let's jump into the battles now that all that's over. Also, if you like this kind of content, or if you like the Pokemon TCG Pocket content and all that kind of stuff and want to see more of it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. It really does go a long way, and it helps out the YouTube algorithm. But now that all that's over and my long-winded intros, as always, are done, we'll jump into our first battle here. Also, I've changed the background art. That was something that I wanted to do post the first video that I had made. I wasn't really a big fan of it and the way it kind of turned out. And so, because of all of that, I wanted to kind of change that up a little bit for the future. So let me know how this background looks now, and if it's more favorable to the eyes. The all white with everything was a little bit difficult, so I think it should be better now with the new kind of side panel themes. But also let me know if the art and everything like that off to the sides is also like too distracting or like too in the way or anything like that. Just so that way I can get all that sorted out as quickly as possible. We can leave the Goldeen in for now, even if it evolves into the Sea King. It's not really that much of a problem. There's the flop. We can go energy onto the Electabuzz. Evolve our Electrode. Go for Professor's Research. There's our Magneton. So we can start powering this up, and we have the Surge in our hand. We'll go Thunder Punch. We do get the heads, which does mean that we knock this out. Technically, with weakness, we would have knocked it out regardless, but obviously we don't want to flip tails and take the extra damage. With that done, though, it does mean that all of our challenges are already taken care of. And then what we can do from here is actually just throw one energy down onto our Electrode. We can retreat out the Electabuzz, bring this in, Volt Charge, and then we'll play the Lieutenant Surge. We kind of overpowered this a little bit, but it's fine. I kind of went into this forgetting that I can move, or like it moves all of them and not just like the ones I want it to move. But that's fine, and we end up in the exact same result no matter what. And then what we can do from here is just drop the Sabrina, force them to switch, go Electro Ball, knock this out, and get our victory. So we get our victory, we knock out the Krabby, we get both of our challenges done, which is good because that'll allow us to continue. We do get our pack. So we'll jump into the next challenge. We'll see what our challenge is. We need to knock out 2 Pokemon, put one Stage 1 Pokemon into play, and then beat the battle in 14 turns. That shouldn't be too hard to do. We open Electabuzz, which is good as our early kind of damage. We have our Professor's Research as well to help us draw a couple cards. We have double Electrode, which is not really optimal, but it's not that big a deal. We draw Giovanni Magneton, so nothing that we like really want in our hand. This is the problem with playing a deck like this, where like it is a little bricky. It plays multiple stage 1s, and obviously if you have Jolteon, you can cut a lot of this stuff out. Unfortunately for me, I don't have Jolteon, so I kind of have to play this a little bit more cumbersome style of the deck. I could go Sabrina here and look for a knockout, but as long as I get heads here, I am guaranteed to knock this out. So there's one. I will be able to knock out the Goldeen. So as long as I get one basic that I can start powering up, I'll be in a pretty good position. They they do flip heads, and so I actually lose. That's really funny, actually. Alright, so we lost the second challenge, which I didn't really predict. One of the things that we're not happy about on that is the fact that it did take one of our stamina in order, or actually we don't lose the stamina if we lose. So never mind. I was gonna say losing out the stamina like that is like kind of depressing, but in this case it's actually not that bad because we don't lose stamina for losing anyway. We can go Voltorb with a Magnemite, pass our turn. If we top deck into Giovanni, this actually could be pretty good. Because it does mean with weakness, we'll be able to one-shot this. We get our Electabuzz. Throw that down, throw an energy down. We'll go Pokeball to help thin our deck out. Okay. And then, I guess from here, we'll go Voltorb one more time. Go Tackle. Unfortunately, no Giovanni. So they are going to be able to live on this turn. I don't think this list plays a Starmie or like a Starmie EX that I have to worry about. It just means that I'm going to take a little bit of damage from the splash. Alright, there's the Giovanni now. Not that I really need it, but it'll be useful later. We can go ahead and just go for Tackle. Knock the Staryu out. But yeah, so far, I feel like Pocket's been a lot of fun. I think this event is pretty cool. One of the things that I am I'm happy they're doing is doing this in the form of like solo content. I feel like that's something that the TCG space as a whole kind of like loses out on. Like we don't really have any like good content in the regular TCG, right? We don't have like much solo content at all. It's all PvP based, and so introducing ways to like get cards and do free to play models based on just like completely isolated like free to play solo experiences, I think is a really good way to go about it. That I think is just maybe the best way to go about the game in general. Especially for something like this. Alright, so there's 80, which should be 100, and there we go. We can close it out. Didn't lose that time. But yeah, so personally, I think that it's really good that they're doing this. Overall with Pocket, though, I think I've had very mixed opinions on it, and I kind of want to just take the time while we're going through these earlier missions and collecting points to just kind of talk about that in general. We did get another pack, which is cool. I feel like my opinions on Pocket so far have been a little bit mixed, where, let's see, okay, yeah, so we're in a battle using a deck with all cards of less rarity. We can do that. Win in 14 turns, and without your opponent getting any points, and then win 5 battles. So hopefully we're able to clear this without too much effort with our current deck. We may have to go back to the drawing board if we can't. We are going second, though. We do get Electabuzz. We'll pass. Right now our hand is not very good at all, so we may want to restart here just to get ourselves a better hand. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just go ahead and concede. We don't lose anything for looping these turns, so it's fine just to kind of restart if your hand's not very good, especially with the decks that we're going to be using to do this. Like, we're going to be at a disadvantage as the difficulty goes up, so we're going to have to kind of play to our best, you know, our best interest. So we can go first. Similar hand, but this time we will have the research available to us to try to like bail us out. And we get a card off the top, so we get the Pokeball. That does get us one Voltorb. If we can draw into like Magnemite, Magnezone here, that wouldn't actually be that bad. Neither of what we wanted. I'm going to go ahead and just play the other Voltorb down for now. Pass my turn. But yeah, I've been thinking about like some stuff that I'd like to see put into Pocket to kind of improve it. And I think for me, like the easiest thing that I'd want to see is just simply adding in like, honestly, like features from Duel Links would be like really nice to see. One of the things that Duel Links does, in my opinion, like pretty well in comparison to other games in this format is that it does have the like box mechanic where pretty much like when you go into the shop and you're going to buy a pack or whatever, as you buy the packs, you start to accumulate like better odds of hitting rare cards or like specialty cards that you do want to get, just because of the fact that like right now that doesn't really exist in the Pokemon TCG Pocket realm. Like if you are playing, you're kind of just stuck with whatever you end up getting off the carousel, and you can hit, in theory, like if your luck isn't very good, you could hit, you know, 4, 5, even 6 or 7, you know, bad packs in a row. There's really not much that you're able to do about it. You're just kind of stuck there. Is where with like something like Duel Links, it's like, all right, well, you know, you got a couple bad packs, but now you're guaranteed something better, and kind of helps your collecting journey. We'll see if this Sea King just demolishes us again. Hey, let's go. Alright, so there's Electrode. Throw more energy onto that. We'll go X speed. We'll retreat out the Electabuzz, go into Electrode. I think that's one of the biggest things that I'd want to see changed. We'll drop Giovanni here, because that should give us the damage we need to one-shot this and move on. And I think we did all the challenges in time. But yeah, so I'd like to see that included in Duel Links. It's 5 battles, and everything else we did, I believe. We got our pack again. Right? We did everything else. Yep. Alright, so we can jump into Expert. Same thing, we just need to... Honestly, the only thing that we can really get on this run right now, because we have to win this battle 12 times, technically 20 in total, which is a little bit of a grind. But what we can do is win without our opponent getting any points, and also winning with this deck. I do wish... Alright, I may eat my words here, because I might just get bodied right away here. But I do kind of wish that this was a little bit more expansive, or a little bit harder. Because as much as I talked about, like, I really do enjoy the fact that there's solo content in the game, and that this is available, which is still true. Like, I'm not changing my opinion on that. But, like, considering the fact that I've been able to kind of run through this so quickly, makes it feel, like, a little shallow. Like, I definitely would prefer if there was more to this than just, like, these 4 matches, and the challenges just being, like, just do it a little bit more. But it's not too bad. We'll see. I feel like this matchup specifically, like in this like advanced final category, it's going to be much harder, because I know that they do have the Staryu EX that they can use, or sorry, the Starmie EX that they can use. So I know that that's going to be kind of annoying. We'll end our turn here. I assume they have like Misty available that they're going to be able to play. You know, I'll play Voltorb here. We'll throw the energy down. I think we go Sabrina here, because if I flip Tails, I'm guaranteed to just lose the entire game. Even if I hit Giovanni, it doesn't matter. I think we just go Sabrina here, see if they bring up the other option. They don't, which means we will be able to retreat this right away. Alright. Yeah, so we got Tails. That definitely hurts. We need to draw into, like, Magnezone. I think if we can't draw into Magnezone, we're just going to lose. Alright. Throw the energy on. Gives us one more turn. We just go Giovanni here to add up as much damage as possible. See if we can put them in range. I mean, they're going to heal for, what, 20? Oh, they're healing all the way. Yeah, there's nothing we can do, I don't think. We'd have to draw into Sabrina. This is what it's going to come down to, I think. Well, there's the electrodes, but it's a little late. Yeah, we're going to concede. We'll loop it back. But yeah, that's like I was saying. The issue that I'm having, I think, with Pocket so far is, like I said, the rate that you can get cards. Obviously, I think that will change a little bit when trading becomes available. But right now, there's like a big contention on what the rules for trading will be. I've seen some discussion saying that it's going to be like you have to have 5 copies of a card in order to trade it. I personally disagree with this because I think that that makes the barrier of entry way too high. Most players don't have 2 of a copy of a card, let alone 5. And so I think that if that's like the metric they're going off of, the trading mechanic will essentially be dead on day 1. Since most of the time the cards that anybody would even want to trade for aren't going to be cards that I was so curious to see how many times that was going to keep going. Wow, alright. Well, we're going to have to alright, so this final battle to do this with the challenge of the low rarity cards is going to be a little bit harder than I thought it might be. So that's what I said, you know, when I was asking for a challenge, this does make it a little bit harder. But it's also, you know, we're using a relatively bad deck to do it. So our turn, we have another Voltorb, that's about it though, so we pass our turn and we'll see what we're able to get. I do like Lapras, though. I'm not sure if this card will be good, competitively speaking. It's weak to Electric, which isn't too bad. Like, alright, it's bad because, like, Pikachu EX is incredibly powerful. And so that's definitely going to be an issue. We'll play Giovanni here. We'll get our first KO and start being able to apply pressure. Also, that'll make it so we don't have to worry about Starmie, which is good. But yeah, I think I'm curious to see if Lapras EX is going to be good. Because, like, in theory, it shouldn't be, like, bad. I feel like 80 damage isn't enough, personally. But the healing of it could be good. Certain decks are definitely going to have more of an issue dealing with that than others. We'll go Tackle here. We're just going to stack up some damage. And then on the next turn, we'll go Sabrina. just to kind of swap it out. Okay, there's the electrode. We'll place this one down. Go throw an energy onto that. Go magneton. We'll retreat. Go electrode. Drop the Sabrina. Bring this in. That's also denying the point from our opponent. And if we are able to knock out this Lapras, which we can do on the next attack, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Like, that will end the game for us. And I don't think they'll have a way to retreat, so that is going to be the game over. So it kind of just takes a couple turns of, you know, looping your hand around. We'll go Electro Ball. Finish that off. Get our 2 points. Close it out. And then I believe we're guaranteed getting a pack. Hourglasses, hourglasses. Win 10 or more battles. Win 20 more battles. Yep, we're guaranteed another pack. So the only thing left we have to do with this one is just continue to beat it over and over again. But when we do that, we'll just use a much better deck in order to do that, to make it a little bit more consistent. But let's see what we got out of our packs. Overall, like, this was fun. I wish it was more expansive, because like I said, we already kind of did everything we were going to do. But let's see what we get in our pack. Oh, there we go. Okay, Clefairy. That's fine. We're really just looking for 2 Lapras, though. I wish I could just claim all, though. The fact that I can't is, like, that's also something I wish was different. We got ourselves a Pikachu. I like this Pikachu art. A little bit of a process. Let's see. Can we get 2 Lapras? There's one. We got ourselves our Lapras EX. We obviously need 2 to make a playset. But yeah, I think to kind of close... let's see if we get Lapras here real quick. Can we get a second Lapras? Nah, second Pikachu though. Alright. Well, it's fine. We'll continue to just kind of do the challenges. We'll make a deck really quick for that. Decks. My decks. We'll throw together a deck really quick. Oh, not that. We'll keep all this stuff off except for the coin for now, just because of the fact that I learned that the playmat for Lugia, or not for Lugia, for Mewtwo, for some reason, and I'm not sure why this was, it kept getting cropped out when I was trying to edit. Like, if I was editing the background, it would always drop that from the game. Like, it was super weird. Or, like, not like from the game, but what would happen is I couldn't go in and actually... We'll put these in. Actually, we'll just keep it simple. We'll just do, like, double Electabuzz. That's fine by me. Just because I need a couple basics. Actually, I only need one. I'll just have one Electabuzz to fill in. Then we'll go grab ourselves some trainers, where we'll grab 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. We don't really care about any of the rest of this. We hit OK. Save. Because really, one of the things that I will say is nice about this is that because there's no mulligan system, you can just kind of make, as long as you just have like one basic, you're good to go. This would probably be more efficient if we just used just use Zapdoses, but I only have one, so we're gonna do like a Pikachu Zapdos kind of combo here. Going second, it's totally fine. We'll retreat the Electabuzz out in a moment. And from this point going on, we just need to win, so we don't really have to care about too much. And I'm trying to get a couple more packs in order to pull one more Lapras EX. But yeah, as a whole, I like the event. I want there to be more things like it, but I'd like them to be a little bit more immersive. I'd like them to fix the card carousel, where, and I think like one way that it could be done to make it a little bit better would be if they, instead of having it where like you're going through the entire carousel, like you're spinning all the cards and, you know, you're just kind of grabbing one at random. I wish that whatever you grabbed stayed gone, like permanently, until you finish the entire carousel, and there was like guaranteed drops as you went. So within the entire carousel, let's say there's, you know, 4 EXs available, or some random, you know, number, I don't know. But let's just say that there were 4 EXs available within the carousel. They're guaranteed to be within the carousel somewhere. You just obviously don't know where, and there's really no way to know. So as you're just kind of spinning through, your odds are just kind of going up, and you can reset the carousel, you know, at any time. So I think it would also incentivize people to, like, you know, actually, I don't want to say, like, it helps both parties. It helps the free-to-play players because you can just kind of grind through the carousel. You're kind of guaranteed to get somewhere, and, like, that's good. But it also helps the people who are willing to just, like, pay for the packs. So that way you can just, you know, pay your way through, get your 4, reset the carousel. Pay your way, you know, reset, such and such over and over again. I think both parties are kind of, like, fine in that situation. And I know that's what Duel Links did. I don't know if it's still doing that, like, with the box system, but it did that for a little while. Because, like, I get that this is a gacha game at the end of the day, and you just kind of have to accept that. But at the same time, I feel like it's detrimental to the game as a whole that you just kind of get put in this position where the grind to build a deck becomes harder and harder after, like, your second deck, if you're not, like, actually investing, like, money into the game consistently. They can't really retreat, so we'll just go for the circuit, or the circle circuit. We will knock out the Lapras, or they'll switch into Golduck. That's fine by me. We take the 70 damage from the Aqua Edge. There's our last Pikachu. Throw an energy onto it for fun. Throw down a Giovanni for fun. And we'll close this game out. But yeah, overall, I had fun with the Lapras kind of experience. I'll definitely be just kind of grinding these off screen to continue. And let's see, we should get a pack from this. I'm pretty positive it's guaranteed. Yeah. So the chance drop, it's nice that we can get tickets from this, though. That definitely does help, and it makes it better for free-to-play players. That's my friend from work. Yeah, get added. But yeah, we'll open our final pack, and then we'll close this video out. We'll claim. Open. Alright. Right now, everybody, guess what you think it's going to be? I'm going to go Mankey. Ayo! Not what I wanted, but I got it. Look at me, crazy, cracked. How did I know? Predict it. Notre Dame. Notre Dame? Notre Dame? Notre Dame? I think it's Notre Dame. Anyway. But yeah, that's going to be closing it out. I think that's everything, right? Am I missing... I'm missing a Meowth, I think, from these promo cards. It's Mankey. Oh, I'm also missing Butterfree from the promo cards. I think I'm missing 2. But, yeah. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's kind of like a rambly discussion. This one was definitely way less structured than my regular videos and like regular content. But I wanted to just kind of do a live run-through of the Lapras EX event. We hear, you know, I've seen a lot of videos of people just kind of talking about it, but I thought it'd be fun just to kind of go through, have a little bit of a discussion as we played through it, and just kind of clear it out, give you guys my first impressions of the event as a whole. I think it's fun. I think really the best benefit of it is the fact that you can get shop tickets from it, which is super beneficial. Obviously, the promo pack series is nice, because being able to use Lapras is pretty cool. I don't think Lapras will be great meta-wise because I don't think it does enough. Hitting for 80 damage just isn't enough right now when all the other EXs kind of do more. And only healing for 20 I don't think does enough, as where like Venusaur heals for 20, but its health pool is super, super high. And you have cards like Erica's. You know, you have cards like Erica to heal you, so it's heal on its own, plus the supporter, plus it's really IHP stat. Like, it makes it worth it. I don't think the heal on Lapras is enough, because its HP stat isn't enough to turn a lot of, like, one-hit KOs into 2. Even in the sense of, like, let's take, like, Mewtwo EX. So it's, like, it's going to lose to Pikachu just because it gets hit for weakness, and it's not going to do enough, and you're just going to, like, lose that way. So it's, you know, down against arguably the best deck in the entire game. Then we go into Mewtwo, who's, like, in my opinion, the second best deck in the entire game. It can't win there either, because Mewtwo one-shots it, and it's never going to get a chance to heal, because you hit for 150 with Mewtwo. You can probably beat Starmie, I think, because you're going to be two-shotting it. You will probably... No, you don't survive 2 hits from the Starmie either. Yeah, so you don't beat Starmie. You maybe can because you're a basic Pokemon, so you don't really need to evolve. I think that's one of the things that can help Lapras against these other decks like Mewtwo, is like Mewtwo still takes time to charge up. Same with like Venusaur and things like that. Like, because they're stage 2 Pokemon, they take time to charge up, is where Lapras doesn't. And I think it can be helped that way. But I don't know. I feel like Lapras is going to be kind of like a B tier card, or at least a B tier deck. But I would love to be wrong, because I think Lapras is really cool, and I do think. Actually, I think Lapras, like, if you just play... Okay, here's my theory. Could you just play 2 Lapras and then run, like, 2 Misty, and then just, like, if you're able to open Lapras and Misty, you get really good Misty rolls, then you can kind of pop off, because you're doing, like, 80 damage, like, right away. I feel like that could work. But your odds of getting that are, like, really low. And if you're going to do that, you're better off just using Starmie, because they're pretty much the same thing. Starmie hits for 10 more damage more. Yeah, even then, I don't know, I feel like it's not worth it. But anyway, that's gonna be the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to let me know what else you want to see on the channel. Be sure to let me know what other kind of pocket content you want to see, and what other decks you'd want to see featured on the channel. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's everything. Thank you again for the channel members. All your support does mean a lot, and I really appreciate it. And be sure to come and check out the channel tomorrow, which should be Thursday, right? I don't know. If not tomorrow, Thursday. Pay attention on Thursday, because regular TCG videos will be out like normal, because I will have recorded it on Wednesday, because the servers are down right now, so I can't. But yeah, anyway, enough of my rambling and stuff like that. Have fun, guys. Enjoy the event. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and thanks.